what is the biggest trend in access control?
For the moment, the biggest trend in access control for us is going the credential from physical to virtual by developing the mobile applications for traditional access control.
There's definitely a move towards the IT world. So you look at things like cloud computing, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. These are a number of things that are becoming more prominent in the industry. But also, along with that, is cybersecurity.
We're seeing the main trend from an end user perspective, which will be to integrate an access control requirement into a video solution.
We used to have a biometric being used for access control to a small extent. We were only protecting the cache rooms. We were only protecting the R&D center where there is some very specific knowledge. And we see more and more companies using biometrics as the main use for identification and opening doors.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest trends is definitely just moving away from RFID cards into the smartphones, because the smartphones are today used by nearly everyone for the different purposes.
Do you think facial recognition will be bigger than fingerprints?
I do. I think that because of the speed of which we're seeing that are being developed and the speed of throughput, there's no physical action. You literally can walk towards it. It sees you. It unlocks. If it doesn't recognize you, it doesn't. It's almost like the old Star Trek. You walk towards the door, it lets you through, but not the other person.
Regarding the biometrics, the people definitely they will aim just to use the biometric solutions that will be the seamless, that will be more and the most user convenient. From this point, maybe the facial recognition sounds as the perfect example of the biometric. However, the facial recognition solution today are not 100% secure, so they are not able to identify 100% the person. And at the same time, they are still very, very expensive.
I think there's always going to be a mix, because at the end of the day, it always depends on the convenience and the application that you're trying to do.
Cards will remain one base, mobile or physical cards. We see a good trend with facial recognition, but more as a second factor, because people want to keep control about their access and want to keep a mean of saying, yes, I want to go in, I want to identify, or I don't want to identify. And with facial recognition, when you go in some places with a device like that installed, you are recognized whether you want it or not.
What are the customers demanding when they're about to buy access control?
I would say it starts with a secure identity to really ensure that the person is who he is. And then, of course, it's technology, IT, and nowadays, it involves all different departments of the company.
The security in the ID is very important. The head of Microsoft Security last year said identity management is the new perimeter. It's the new firewall. Typically, identity is measured on a scale from 0 to 4. Typically, the military use level 4. We're able to issue level 2 IDs. Most of our society is using level 0. Level 0 is, hi, I'm Pierre. Okay, you can change all the money in the bank account. That's a big problem. Now, we have to do it in a way that my mother can use it and she's not bothered by the additional complication that all this ID management causes.
Securing the ID is important that's very important, but it's important. I could see at least two good reasons. One is privacy. So that nobody will actually use your ID to do something that you don't want to do. That's one thing. And two is to protect also the building and your valuables and your assets, so that nobody can actually fake or fraud your ID. So securing the ID is extremely important.